Good morning or afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about properties of logarithms. So if you were not in class on Monday, please go back and look at Monday's notes, and I've linked a video. It's a Khan Academy video, but please go look at that before you do this lesson because it builds off of Monday. Cool. So today what we're talking about is some properties of logarithms. So you will need to take notes on your own. I'm not providing those notes because not everyone has a printer. So you'll need a piece of paper to write down some information. And all right, let's get started. So log properties, there are kind of 5, 6-ish different properties that I'm expecting you guys to get down on your notes and understand. So we've got the product, quotient, power, a couple of definition-based properties, and the change of base formula. So I'm going to go through and explain each one. If you'd like to go ahead and pause the video right now and jot down these properties on your sheet of paper, please do so right now. All right, so first I'm going to start with the product property, and I'm going to explain it and then do an example. So the product property states that log base b, that base b right there just means any base. So that could be log base 10, or common log, natural log, or log base 4, or whatever, any number. And if we have two things here that are multiplied together, the product property says that we can split them up into an addition of two different logs. So for example, let's say I want to expand. I'm going to expand log base 4 of 5x. Expand means I'm going to use my log properties to break apart anything that I can. So this can split up into log base 4 of 5 plus log base 4 of x. Similarly, the quotient property says that if we have two things that are divided inside of a log, we can split it up into a subtraction problem. So this time I'm going to go the other way. Let's condense something that's already split up. So I've got, let's say, log base 10 of 3x. I don't have to write the 10. It can be assumed because that's our common log. Minus log of x. So that means I can write this together as log of 3x divided by x. And actually these x's here will cancel out. So this simplifies into just log base 10 of 3, which is a number that we can plug into our calculator and figure out. The power property down here is a little bit funkier. If we have log base b of m and we have it raised to an exponent, I'm actually allowed to take that and write it in front as a coefficient. So my example here, log base 7 of x to the 4th power. I can expand that and write that as 4 times log base 7 of x. Right, our definition-based properties, log base b of 1, any b here, it could be 10 or 4 or 7, doesn't matter. To get those base numbers, raising them to an exponent to get this inside number, to get that number to be 1, the exponent has to be 0. So log base 700 of 1 is always going to be 0 because 700 to the 0 power equals 1. Similarly, any b, if the b number here and the large number are the same, that means that this exponent has to be 1. So log base 2 of 2 is 1 because 2 to the 1st power is 2. I mentioned this last one in class on Monday. This is our change of base formula. So log with any base down here of any number, I can split that up into any other log. So I usually use common log here or natural log because those are buttons on our calculator. But it doesn't matter, any other log, I just take the log of the larger number like the physically bigger number, over log of the base number. And then that allows me to punch that into my calculator and get a value. All right, so here are some practice problems. If you want to go ahead and pause right now and try these problems, I am going to go over them in just a moment, but please try them on your own. All right, so this first problem, expand log base 7 of all of this stuff. So first I'll deal with this, these two things on top, they're being multiplied. So the product property says I can write that as log base 7 of r to the third power plus log base 7 of t to the fourth. And we're dividing by v, so I'm going to subtract, use the quotient property to say this is log base 7 of v subtracted. The last step is to use the power property and write these exponents as coefficients. So this is log base 7 of r plus 4 log base 7 of t minus log base 7 of v, and now that is fully expanded. Here I've got one that says solve using the change of base formula. Change of base is a log property, so let's rewrite this as a logarithm. Looks like my base number is 2. So log base 2 of 7 equals x. Change of base means that I'm going to rewrite this as, let's say, the common log of 7 over the common log of 2 equals x. And to solve that, I probably should have my calculator out. Log of 7 divided by log of 2 is 2.81. Cool. Last, we've got a couple of condensed problems, right, as a single log. So 3 times the natural log of 2 can be written as natural log of 2 to the third power minus natural log of 5 to the second power. Okay. So that's actually the natural log of 8 minus the natural log of 25. And condense that, the quotient property, natural log of 8/25. Right, last one, log base m, or sorry, log of m to the fourth power, use that product property, and log n to the third power minus the log of p. And now let's use, kind of going backwards for the first problem, the product property means I can write these first two as m to the fourth times n to the third, and then that's a subtraction, so that becomes the bottom of our fraction. Right, you can find an assignment on Canvas. It's a Canvas quiz. You have, I think, set it for 10 attempts, so you can take it multiple times. Actually, try to work it out instead of just guessing, and let me know if you have any problems.